This meeting of the International Justice Commission is now called to order. Please state your name and call sign for the record.
Acting Commander Vivian Chase. Call sign Sojourn.
How did you come to join Overwatch?
My unit of the Canadian Special Forces teamed up with Overwatch during the Omnic crisis. Jack Morrison and I worked well together. And after the war, he reached out.
Can you give us some examples of duties you performed?
Whatever was needed. Sometimes I ran point for our agents in the field. Other times I commanded the operation. No matter what their mission was, mine was to bring every last one of them home.
It sounds like you hoped for the impossible.
I know, but they gave me the impossible every single day. It was the honor of a lifetime to have served with Overwatch. But you can love a thing with your whole heart and still know it's time to say goodbye. Even the best journeys end. But a new one is right around the corner. And you never know where that road is gonna take you.
What's up, everybody? This is Master Ian Gamer, and we just got the brand new hero origin story for Sojourn, the first of the new heroes coming to Overwatch 2 in the upcoming PvP beta. And at long last, we finally learn who exactly Sojourn is and, well, get a brief, admittedly a very brief look at her past within Overwatch and who she is as a character, starting with her actual name, Vivian Chase, which I don't believe was ever said anywhere before, and it seems sort of strange that I never even thought about, like, I wonder what her actual name is, because obviously she's not actually named Sojourn. But yeah, Sojourn's name is Vivian Chase, and during this origin story, we get audio of what is presumably some sort of debriefing after Overwatch was shut down, where we hear probably some sort of judge or other sort of legal individual talking with Sojourn and asking her basically what she did within the Overwatch organization, serving as a commander on some missions and other jobs on others. And during this conversation, we of course get all these different images and flashbacks of Sojourn actually fighting with other Overwatch members. We even get some rather interesting looks at what are probably going to end up being new skins of hers as time goes on, most notably this one here, which is probably going to end up being some sort of origin skin for her. A number of the existing Overwatch heroes have origin skins. I mean, heck, we can even see Soldier 76's right there behind her in the same image, so I would not be surprised if this outfit in particular does end up being a skin for her at some point in the future. And at the end, we see her about to leave on a motorcycle, and she has a sort of biker outfit along with a helmet. That could quite possibly end up being a skin. Maybe. It's probably going to depend how much the motorcycle aspect actually plays into her character. Like, if it turns out she's a motorcycle enthusiast as part of her personality or something, then yeah, I could totally see her getting some sort of motocross outfit. That'd probably fit along the lines of what we see here. But aside from that, we basically see her just in the same outfit we're typically used to seeing her with her default. This image here, it looks like her sleeves are shorter, but otherwise it seems effectively the same as just her default skin. She just doesn't have her coat on, basically. One interesting detail which certainly stuck out to me during this origin story is that at no point throughout the entire video are her cybernetic implants ever mentioned. My expectation from a Sojourn origin story was that we'd learn something about how she became a cyborg, whether there was some accident she suffered through, such as how Genji got his cybernetics, or if she willingly took on the cybernetics in order to, make herself more physically capable and thus better help the people around her or the Overwatch organization. But no, they never even mention the cybernetics once. They're just shown as being something she has, and even if we go back to this particular outfit I mentioned earlier, we can see that at this point, which is presumably early Overwatch days, she still seemingly had some cybernetics, most notably her arms it looks like are bionic, but she doesn't have all the cybernetics we see her with in modern day. Her face, for example, in this image looks completely natural without any of the sort of lines or other pieces on it, and the eyes look very normal human, so this does seem to suggest that while she was within the Overwatch organization, she likely gradually adopted more cybernetics over time. Again, We don't know why. We don't know whether it's necessary for some reason or if it's purely her choice to do so, but it is a curious detail to make note of. Maybe Blizzard just doesn't want to make it such a focal part of her character in the same way it is with Genji. They just like the design of having this cybernetic woman as a character, and they're like, it doesn't really matter why she's partially a robot. Just, go with it. It looks cool, because admittedly it does. But I did find it a bit strange that they didn't even acknowledge it somewhat, or even show like an image or something of her like working on her arm or something along those lines. I don't know, maybe it's something we'll learn about more later down the line, or perhaps Blizzard just isn't interested in telling that story. Another big thing I'd like to touch on, though, regarding this origin story is that it doesn't really give us any sort of hint or indicator when it comes to her actual in-game abilities. We don't really see her doing any fighting beyond just standing with her weapon in this short, so it doesn't give us any further indication. Again, I've talked about what Sojourn's kit is probably going to end up being based on gameplay footage we got from BlizzConline way back in the day, and if it hasn't changed much since then we can assume that these abilities here are the abilities she's going to end up having. Namely being a railgun that has a couple different firing mechanisms, as well as some sort of slide mobility ability. I will also mention that this origin story and the way Blizzard just sort of dropped it without telling us much more about the hero so far is very reminiscent of how they handled Baptiste's origin story a few years ago when he first released as a hero. And if they end up following in that similar sort of style, then we could very easily end up seeing, well, not her release into the game because we know she's going to be in the beta, but we might get a sneak peek at her actual abilities through some sort of article on the Overwatch blog, or maybe they'll have a little video they'll put out very, very soon. Like, maybe later today? More likely tomorrow, I would assume, though. So that could be something really exciting we get to look forward to. And of course, as always, stay tuned to my channel where I'll be covering all this news as it develops and comes out, so be sure to subscribe. Anyways, that's all there is to really talk about with this origin story right now. Not too much going on with it. It was nice to just get this, official origin story going a bit into Sojourn's backstory, but it wasn't quite on the same level as other origin stories we've gotten. It obviously wasn't any Sigma origin story, which is just a phenomenal origin that I don't think any new hero will ever really quite be able to compare to, but nonetheless, I love seeing that we finally got this because it's been a very long time since we've gotten a new hero origin story. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on the Sojourn origin story by dropping a comment down below. Did you think it was a good one? Are you excited for Sojourn as a playable hero? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, be sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, hit up that bell icon, and come join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch and Overwatch 2 news and content. And special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible. If you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. Otherwise, this is Master EN Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.